Okay, we are live. That took a while, but okay. So this is the let's do the mETH what's new kind of first ever official live stream, right? And it's a super weird moment in time because I have never done this with Edmund, despite knowing him for like 2 years as well. So yeah, this is the first ever official live stream under Mantle. So you get to not only hear the team speak, but like see us in real time as well, the both of them smiling. But yeah, some of you would probably have met us in real life, but this live stream marks a new kind of movement for us today. So I'm super grateful for DeFi Maestro, Edmund, and Ying joining today. So a little bit of context, I'm Joe. I help out with go-to-market for ME Protocol at Mental. And today's topic will basically break down why we chose to rebrand ME Protocol from previously known as Mantle LSP. So I'll let the experts dive into that later, right? But I guess to begin with something more lighthearted, also given this is the first official live stream ever, could you both introduce yourself and what you do at Mental? Let's start with DeFi Maestro, Edmund.
Okay, hi guys. I'm Edmund, also known as the DeFi Maestro. So I'm currently doing a DeFi strategies at Mantle, so helping to design out how we want the DeFi ecosystem to be like, and also like the key partners that we want to work with for our ecosystem, as well as the kind of campaigns that we want to run. And yeah, I think that's all from my part. I think like Zong, you can go and give an introduction for yourself.
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, I'm Ying Zhong or YZ. I am working on the product side of things in Mental, so leading ecosystems and onboarding, which means very closely related to a lot of these core assets and protocols that we're working on, METH, and in the next step, CMETH, reward station, and so on. So everything under the sun, basically, that you see, yeah, that's kind of like behind the scenes.
Nice.
Okay, how do we type to in the audience chat as well? Seems like
How
we
are you
can't
seeing
type
it?
to the audience.
How are you seeing
I
the
think you're
chat?
supposed to reply them.
Oh wow.
No,
Um.
I wanted to type. Oh well, I need to type on
Okay.
Twitter.
So
Ah,
GG.
okay.
I guess so this is a very short intro, right? So I actually joined the mental team just 4 months ago, if I can remember correctly. And I knew Edmund from 2 years ago, like mentioned, and I think just in if Brussels, if CC Brussels, I met Ing, and I had no idea he was the new product lead. But so far, they both have been, working super hard on any protocol, which was previously Mental LSP. I think, to give people a bit more intro, I don't know, one of you could choose to answer. So very in like deep in detail, what is ME protocol? What's in it? You mentioned ME, CME, but you could go deeper into detail what it is.
Yeah, take
Edmund
that,
goes
Next
Zong.
question calls for Maestro, Mr.
yeah.
Maestro.
Okay, sorry. Can you repeat the question? I was trying to access the
Oh,
the
my
chat
God.
for the public under
I
the
mean,
post. Yeah.
so what's ME protocol? What's in it? What is like basically what happened when you first, worked on the protocol last year and to where it is now?
Yeah, okay. I think the origin for mETH was that we wanted to build out asset that can empower our ecosystem. No, we have like MNT tokens, right? And we also wanted to have other building blocks inside the space, and we felt that we had the resources to do so. I think at that point of time, we saw a lot of other stake the ETH inside the space, and we felt that we can do it as well, and we can do it even better, and we can have an architecture that is I would say superior to what we see on the market at that point of time, and it had a lot of synergies with us actually building out a L2 ecosystem. And then we went ahead to actually build out mETH, and then we ran a double dose campaign, which actually allowed us to pick up quite a bit of traction at that point of time. And since then we have continued to reiterate and trying to improve on what we actually have, and then that eventually evolved into math protocol, and which is currently like a standalone brand, and we are going to release a CMF soon, like very soon. And it's something that we have been working on like behind the scenes like for a long time, and then it's going to be really exciting when we actually launch it.
I mute myself. So I guess the next question is basically what happened regarding the rebrand from Mantle LSP. So, this is probably a question for you because you're the product lead, right? So, as Ed mentioned, there's mETH and then there's CmETH, and obviously with the new changes, you guys decided mETH protocol was more apt for the new branding. So maybe you could go into detail what made the changes on your side.
Sure. I think the original name, the OG name since its inception was Mantle LSP, right, which stood for Liquid Staking Protocol. I think the goal, I mean, it started with METH, and now with MIP30, we are moving into CMETH as an extension, with Cook as a topic also, and maybe more and more. So I think it's important that we thought about it as an overall brand, like Ed said, it's a standalone brand that is housed within the Mantle ecosystem, but is strong in that it can have a lot of different, firstly, directions of its own roadmap, given the governance token that is coming soon, and many other things that will come our way. So it's not just, it started with METH, but that is really just the start, right? There's going to be a lot more moving into first restaking, and then maybe in future, whatever that you can think of under the sun. So that's why it's important that we now move into this place where everything can be housed under this mETH protocol or mETH protocol, which then everything can pay just like a homage to where we originally started.
So basically, Cook, CmETH, mETH, it's so much more relevant as compared to Mantle LSP. So a lot of degen
Yeah.
references, but mETH stands for Mantle Stake Ether. I made that mistake previously, long time ago. It doesn't mean what people think it means. I guess for Edmund, what prompted the decision behind MIP30, right? So obviously, restaking narrative was popping up, but then there's the introduction of Cook. So I think one of the most popular questions was people asking, why not MNT, right, as the new token for basically now mETH protocol. So what made the decision behind Cook?
I think for Cook itself, the decision was pretty simple. We felt that having a separate governance token for mETH will allow us to have a more focused approach. For MNT tokens itself, the governance side, we wanted to leave it towards the L2 network, and we felt that having a different asset that built on the network, we can still allow both MNT and mETH to have synergies by giving a portion of like the Cook supply towards the MNT holders. But we wanted to keep the governance side of it separate, and having a separate token for it also allows us to have different functionalities and different tokenomics considerations when we actually launch Cook. So yeah, I think ultimately we were weighing the pros and cons of like building either another token which is Cook, or to just integrate it directly towards MNT. And we felt that in the long term, if we were to continue building out like additional products, we felt that having a separate token to house the mETH and CmETH will be more beneficial for the ecosystem as a whole, and allows us to have a more I would say a more focused approach towards like governance, and as well as like potential rewards in the future.
That's a very good answer. Yeah, so basically, different projects, different kind of thing, right? Mental Network has a lot of things going on, like basically building up different protocols, whereas Mental LSP will target, sorry, oh my god, mETH protocol will target like liquid staking and liquid staking. Oh my gosh, yeah. So, okay, so now there's currently, season one metamorphosis happening. So this will let people, mETH holders and in future CmETH holders get their hands on Cook token. So Cook token is slated for launch in like mid October, right after the end of season one. So before we go into details about Cook itself, I wanted to know from you guys like what is the highlight so far of season one metamorphosis. So it's been 50 days, you know what I mean? Like any highlights you guys want to share?
Yeah, I'm not sure about whether the Cook token timeline is public, but
It
yeah.
is. You're not supposed to ask questions on the stream. Oh my gosh.
but yes, I think like so far for Metamorphosis, the I think we're in the midpoint of the Metamorphosis season now. We have done pretty decently. I would have said like it's in line with our expectations of how we want to grow mETH TVL. We wanted it to be a steady increase. We want it to be gradual. We want it to be done through like integrations and not like one-off, like throw the rewards and then does get a sharp increase in TVL and then the TVL moves away like immediately once the rewards stop. We wanted to have a proper cadence in terms of how we actually run the campaign, and we'll have more updates coming out in the next 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, up until the end of the season. And yeah, I think there's a lot to look forward to. We have I think a TVL increased by around like 20% since like the season started. We have a lot of new users coming in, and also quite a number of new protocols actually integrating with mETH. I think around 8 to 12, and we also started to have a lot more protocols actually reaching out to us at a back that we will have yet to announce. That will be announced in the coming weeks. So overall, like, the campaign is pretty bullish, and I think the fun actually will continue and will only increase the pace once we have like CMEF actually launching. And yeah, that's I guess everyone can look forward to it.
Okay, before I move on, Ying, do you have anything to say on your end? Maybe like what you found most fascinating about the progress so far.
Well, I think the different levels of partnerships, right? I would say in the whole ecosystem, I think that's pretty cool, right? I mean, on the Metamorphosis campaign, we have so many different partners. We have like what the top, we have a lot of partners, right? And top 5 protocols like Karak, Acne, Merchant Mode Init, and things like that. On that front, that is where a lot of the real mETH action happens. A lot of people where they, stick and ETH into mETH and then bring it into different ecosystem protocols. Then there is also on the Mantle reward station side, which although it's not directly related to mETH and CMETH, but I think it also is tied in by the Cook sort of like campaign, right? So this Mantle LSP, previously known as Mantle LSP, now mETH protocol pool or Mantle reward station, is also a very fun way and very rewarding way actually for people who might not be so familiar with the entire restaking narrative or staking narrative, to get themselves into just into the ecosystem of mETH protocol as a whole. So I think it's just like so many different levels that we are catering to. We are speaking to different partners on Ethereum L1, on Mantle L2 ecosystem, and then so many other types of users that we're also speaking to. So I think from my lens, I think that's where it's really exciting and it's really very comprehensive in terms of the reach, which is why we can see like that 20% growth in TVL, I would say.
That's amazing. I agree because so recently we actually put out a post on the statistics that ran basically midday campaign right review. So as Edmund mentioned, the total mETH TVL actually increased by 22%. I think right now it's at 1.4 bill and over 28,000 unique participants. And then for Mentor Reward Station itself, over 120 MNT logged. Over 120 million MNT logged. And there's like 25,000 lockers or so. So in my opinion, it's pretty good. So shout out to the BD team for constantly pushing. So the next question actually is on CMETH. So we know basically Cook, what happened with Cook and all that, but CMETH is meant to launch earlier than Cook, right? So maybe people can expect it over the next 2 weeks or so. So what's the updates on CMETH? Basically, and also describe what it is. Why CMETH? Edmund, go.
Um, why CMETH? I think CMETH basically is the LRT version of mETH. Why we created CMETH was basically we wanted users to have a one-stop solution to having a restaking exposure without having to switch between all the various different restaking opportunities. So you see now in the market, you have Karak, you have Eiger you have Symbiotic, and there will be new DEAs actually launching in the future as well. And we wanted users to have a one single LRT that can constantly adapt to all these new launches and without the need for them to actually change the LRTs they're holding. And then that's why we actually built out like CMETH, whereby we will have vault managers that automatically adjust the exposures of the underlying restaking protocols for the user. So users can just enjoy the convenience of just holding CMETH. You can have multiple exposures to multiple restaking protocols, and then when you have new upcoming restaking protocols, you automatically have exposure to that as well. It's very convenient for both like newcomers as well as the bigger I guess, the bigger whales inside the ecosystem, and overall it's very complementary to us as a Web3 ecosystem, right, whereby everything moves very fast at a breakneck pace, and you have this product that actually helps to adapt, help the users to actually have exposure towards up and coming trends and new and interesting protocols. So yeah, I guess that was what was the inspiration behind like CMETH. And the timelines wise, you should ask the product lead, which is like
Yeah, so not sure where you got the 2 weeks from.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Definitely, we are moving very close to the finish line. I think in terms of this, maybe to add on to oh my god, Edmund, your message on the chat distracted me. I'm sorry. Um, the thing that I also want to say is that a lot of this came from our own pain point in that sense, right? A lot of the reasons why we built CMEs that is different from the other LRTs is also because it's something that we want. We need it for either ourselves as users, from a capital perspective. That's also interesting. So because of that, we also are making sure that we have a lot of nice start, man. We have a lot of this kind of like security considerations in place. Also, in terms of architecture, we are also making sure that it is robust enough so that we can adapt, like what Ed said, into many different situations, into many different restaking strategies. So yeah, I think from that point, because of that, we are really tying the loose ends now, I would say, and maybe just maybe in somewhere in September we will see something.
Somewhere in September. That's very close. That's like within a few weeks. So we're looking forward to it. I would like to assert that this is a very serious live stream from Mental, and there's some freaking Edmund showing his duck. Okay, this is gonna be meme. Anyway, okay, so next question I'm gonna shoot Edmund now is about the cook tokenomics. Right. So
sure.
okay, I have been receiving comments. All right. Okay, so I think about like 3 weeks ago, we posted the initial 15% of cook supply will be allocated towards like 4 initiatives, right? So Mental Reward Station, Season 1 Metamorphosis campaign, Path NFT, and Path Community. More details to be exposed on the end. I mean, reviewed on the end. Um, and I guess a lot of questions I got was it wasn't sufficient information, which is fine, right? But the thing is, they were more concerned about the utility itself. So is it just like, was it just purely governments, or what can people expect if they hold, sound like legal issue. Sorry, if they hold cook, what can they do with it? You know what I mean?
They can probably do more than governance.
That's all you're gonna tell me.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can ask the same question to the product lead. He's literally building this out. He knows it better than I do.
Okay, drop more alpha.
You,
What?
yeah, you have governance. You probably have more than governance as well. We intend for it to be more than a governance token. So yeah, look forward to it. Unless Insong, you can review more if you would like.
Well, I can only say that we would love for the token holders or the governance holders, right, to grow together with the protocol, right? I think that's what's important, because it's again supposed to be first with the renaming from Mantle LSP to mETH protocol, and then with CME being such an adaptable LRT. I think it only makes sense for it to be long term in that sense. So we really want to be able to have holders grow together with it, and yeah, that's as much as I can say.
Yeah, I mean, so when I first joined, I actually didn't touch Mentor that much, honestly. And what happened was when I first, started being more sort of familiar on the Mentor network. I currently use a lot of mETH, right? Because it's all over the Mentor network. So I think people can expect that with CMETH as well, when it goes live. Not saying any details, not saying any alpha. I don't know anything, but soon to come, more details will come over the next 2 weeks, and basically you need mETH to restake for CMETH, so people get started on Season 1 Metamorphosis. And I guess that's it, right? I mean, other alpha, this one's very interesting, right? So Mental Intern posted a tweet about the Pendle integration, something new. Would we want to review that here, or
Mm, probably,
Not
I
yet.
think everyone will see it next week. We are working with Pendle. We are working very closely with them, and we will have more stuff coming up with Pendle next week. We will be doing the announcements with them. Wouldn't be right for me to announce it now. And I don't think that will be the end of our collaborations with them. We'll continue to work with Panda. We will be working with other DeFi protocols as well in the space in the coming few weeks. And yeah, end of the day, we just want the users to have fun, and hopefully everyone will like the updates that are coming up soon.
Awesome. That's actually all the questions I had. Right, prepared. Is there any questions in the comments? You guys can just drop it in the comments, and then we will just look here for the next 1 minute or so.
1 minute,
It's all
you're giving
ducks,
them
bro.
1 minute to
Okay.
to drop a question. You're so keen to leave the this video
Okay.
stream, Joe.
This
Don't
is
for
the
her.
first ever live stream we made, right? And I haven't shown my face on video in a long time, and this is like the
I've never
first time.
shown
I was
my
like,
face before.
okay, yeah, but you're confident. And it's comfortable. This is the first ever DeFi Metro docs, which is actually quite big.
No,
Oh
it's
yeah.
okay. You can see my duck. If I may
Uh,
show duck.
sorry, I forgot to mention one thing. There's a password. All right. For those people who are waiting for the MNT drop by participating in the stream, the password is, let me check. Do the METH. So it's DOTHEMETH. That's a password. I only say it one more time. Do the math, which is do the METH. DOTHEMETH. That's it. That's a password. Once you have the password, just input that password in the Galaxy link that's provided in the tweet. Follow zero x what my follow METH. Wow, I'm so screwed. I'm trying to get used to rebrand as well. It's a very new thing. So we're getting there. Follow METH protocol and yeah, you'll be eligible for the MNT drop. Okay. Oh my god. It's Quest N, sorry, not Galaxy. Sorry, Brian.
Joe.
Yeah, it's okay.
Joe,
We have
Joe,
it in the
Joe, Joe.
comments. We have it
I
in the
didn't
chat.
even know there was
Go to the
a
chat
okay,
and
go
then
to the chat and put it in.
put in the password.
Okay.
No more repeating.
And there's a mental summer games going on as well. Shout out to Brian. Brian for doing it. Yeah. Any last comments?
Any questions for Joe?
No questions. I said the password already.
You can repeat it.
Do the METH. Do the math. DOTHEMETH. Do the METH. That's the password. Okay. Is there any investment firm invest on Cook token?
Not at the moment. We yeah, we have not accepted any investments. We don't really need their investments.
Yeah. Any more
Why
questions?
you laugh? I mean, if there's strategic alignment, then maybe. But at the moment, yeah, there's no need for it, right?
How do I? Can someone type in the password in the chat?
I thought you said you were only gonna repeat it
No,
twice. Now,
yeah. Thank you, Brian. I just feel a bit bad because some people may not be able to understand my speech. I don't know. Okay. I guess that's all for today. We covered all the important questions. Basically, talk about the rebrand, talk about CME, which is coming very shortly in September, and talk a little bit about Cook. But the details are still being reviewed, and more details will be announced in due time. But CME would be the major focus now. Yeah, and any last comments from the product lead and the DeFi degen himself? And
No, just thanks everyone for joining us for the first live stream that we have. We'll probably do more of this. It was pretty fun, and hopefully Joe will be calmer and will not mess up as much.
sorry, I'm very sorry for this short podcast. If we do continue this, I'll make sure it's more prepared. But thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ying
Thanks.
Song,
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta give final words to Ying Song.
it's okay. It's okay. Well,
Joe,
well,
what you doing?
it's all good. It's all fun.
Apologies.
No, thanks everyone for tuning in at the town square. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Maybe we'll all bring our ducks next time. Yeah, and if you haven't, just take a look into meth.mental.xyz. Participate in Metamorphosis or look at Reward Station. I think those are cool and fun stuff to participate in, especially in anticipation of Cook. So if not, then yeah, I mean, especially if there are any feedback, any ideas, just shoot them our way. You have our Twitter handle, you have all of our official handles, so just go ahead and write us, and then we will take it into consideration. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you all.
Okay, thank you. Bye
Thank you.
bye. Thanks
Bye
for
bye.
coming to see my duck.